I want to talk about two players who are out of contract, really, and both are fan favorites. Hello and welcome to the video. If you could like, share and subscribe to the channel, much appreciate it. Liking helps the algorithm, sharing gets in front of people's face, and subscribing lets me know you like the channel. Hit a notification bell to let you know when video go live. So we need to talk about Deshaun Bernard. He is highly rated at this club, 100%. He's come in and done really well. We want to tie him down to a new contract, but here's the thing. There are a lot of clubs in the Championship and Europe who would like to sign the 23-year-old. He only signed a one-year contract with no extension clause, meaning he will be a free agent. We are keen to keep hold of him and have entered into talks with the people who represent him over a new contract to stay at Wednesday. He's a number of players who's out of contract at the end of the season, and the fact that we are starting to talk to his representation is fantastic. He is really a player who just fits what Danny's been trying to do. And when he first came in, I think we were all a bit like, okay, this is a really good player. This is a young up-and-coming player. He looked decent. And I think some of us were a bit shocked we got him in. So the fact that we got Championship football, though, is good. One of the clubs who want to get him in the Championship, who want to bet the challenge for promotion next season, and clubs on the continent. Now, here's the thing: if he's got that situation in him that he wants to go to a club that's going to go promotion, what says that we're not gonna do that? I know it's not something we talk about because we just finished, but we did get 50 points, and if we started the way we did at the end of the season, if we started how we did and got them at, say, September time when we had that birth international break, I think we could have ended up a lot higher with Danny in charge, with a good couple of extra games in charge. I really do think he could have got us a lot higher in the table, but we'll have to see what happens. He played 36 matches for us and played more. He played, he was injured toward the end of the season, played more Championship minutes than any other than Captain Barry Bannon. Speaking to the media in the summer, he said, at the moment, it's just trying to play every game, and at the end, we will see what happens. I can't say what will happen, really, because I don't really know. I'm happy playing here under Danny. Since he's coming, you can see what we're playing much better football. I'm really enjoying working under him. We'll see what happens. And again, it feels like another one of these we'll see what happens when it happens kind of thing. And it's one of those things where you look at it and you go, it's going to be interesting to see what happened in those talks, because he's someone I can see Danny wanting to keep hold of 100% because he's worked really well with him and done really well when he's been called upon. So the other player is one that we know is leaving. We pretty much know he's going. He hasn't fitted into what Danny's system is, and he is not short of options here. Joe Byers is on his way out of Hillsborough. Hillsborough's not going to be out of options at all. There's going to be a lot of clubs that want to get him. And the thing is that you've got to think, players are all weighing up their new option for next season, with hosted clubs showing interest in him for the seasons ahead. It wouldn't surprise me if Blackpool go for him again. And the other thing is, you've got to think here as well, is that some of the clubs that are looking at him are League One based players, like Birmingham City, Huddersfield Town, Rotherham, Barnsley were looking at him at one point. Blackpool are still keen. And the thing is, there could be people who do also still want him. You're thinking like a Bolton Wanderers or Oxford United have both made inquiries about his availability as he contracted when they draw to a close. And they're two other teams that could quite easily go and get him. What you're looking at, though, is there are more League One clubs or League One clubs who are going to go into the Championship other than that thing. There have been some interest from clubs overseas as well, but he got enough people and admirers to go for him. And that is an absolute brilliant thing for him to have so many people wanting you. I can only imagine how it must feel at the end of a season where you go to try and get a deal somewhere and say you haven't had the greatest season, you're stuck in like free agency for ages because either you've not played well or you've got a niggly injury. And it's going to be a shame to see Bayard go because he'd been really good ever since he came through the door under Darren Moore when he picked him up. And he was played some good football. He would get the ball moving, got an eye for a goal. For me, Bayard is one of those ones where injury record dictates a little bit, but also if with Danny being here next season, you've got the thing here that he doesn't fit the way Danny wants to play. It's not fast enough with the ball for him, I think. I think he struggles a little bit under Danny's system. He's seen a couple of times where that has happened and he just really struggled. He's been a passenger in that midfield. And it's a shame because he's been really good. He's been a solid Sheffield Wednesday player. He's loved his time here. Look, he went to Blackburn Rovers game in with the fans, started the Wednesday chants, had picture with the fans. I think you're going to get one of those thank you post where it goes, I am forever a Sheffield Wednesday player. I am forever an owl. Because, again, it's another one of these situations where the fan base has taken to him like that. And you can see why. He's very much a player who's just green class. He's really good with fans. He's really good footballer. I think for us, again, it looks like we're going in a different style of play than what would suit a game. And that's a shame for him, but that's what happens when managers change. When you get manager change over, they change how they want to play, the change system, they play a different style to how maybe that player was brought into under a different regime. And you have to think about it that way. Like I said, I'm glad that he's not short of options at all. He could quite easily go to Huddersfield, Rotherham or Barnsley and stay in the area. He wouldn't have to leave being around here. He could still live where he is, stay where he is. His kid can still go to school where they are. And it could come down to where he is going to be located. There could be a situation where location could be key for him. And I understand that. Maybe family go, we do want to go somewhere else, like an Oxford, like a Bolton. If he goes to Bolton, he can stay here. It's only in Manchester. You can stay around the area. That's the thing. I think what people got to remember when it comes to this time of the season, especially when players have got kids, sometimes it goes to where closest to home. And we don't have to uproot the kids and take them out of school and stuff like that. Or how much can I do going back and forth each week on seeing my family and then not seeing them all the time while we wait to get out into a new school or get them settled somewhere else. There's that kind of thing that goes into these transfer dealings at the end of the day. And you have to go for it. If there's a chance where it makes it closer to home, then great. But it will be sad to see both of them go if they do. We know one is definitely going. We just want to keep Deshaun Bernard. We really need to keep Bernard, but it's going to be interesting to see if we do or not.